Hey there guys, it's Becca and I'm here with a song called On Jordan's Stormy Banks, and it's one of my favorite ones to play. It's a lot of fun to play. There are 4 verses. Now I kind of have a rule. If I play hymns for a service, I try to shake it up a little bit. So I may play one verse one style and then another verse another style. There's nothing wrong with that. And as pianists, we definitely want to make sure that we are worshiping through our music. So it's not about what we are doing and all the cool runs and all that. We need to remember that we're reading the words and we're meditating on what they mean and those things as well. We don't want to be a show-off. We don't want to, that's not the purpose of improvising. When we improvise, we are adding to be the foundation for the congregation so that they, when they're singing, it will excite them and they will join in, and so we want to make sure that we maintain the tempo, we follow the director, and that's a big one because it's my husband. We need to make sure we follow the director, make sure that we are staying with it and worshiping at the same time. So a lot of things we have to do all at once. So today is On Jordan's Stormy Banks. If you have this, definitely pull it out and look at it while we're going over it today. I just wanted to show you a couple things you can do to add to it. Now, if I played it exactly how it was written, this is how it would sound. Okay, now you can play it like that and the congregation can sing to it and it will be fine. But there are so much more that you can do. And as a pianist, you have this guide. This is just a guide, okay? We don't actually have to play exactly what's here. We do have, however, have to stay in the chord. So if we are playing that chord here, Jordan, this is an F chord, F, C, F, A. F, A, C is an F chord. So I can play pretty much anything in the bass. I can play an F octave, which is 2 Fs, or I could play 2 A's because the F chord has F, A, and C, or I could play C. Okay, an F chord is F, A, C. F, A, C. So when you have a chord and you know what it is in the music, you can actually play in the bass. Either one of those, any of those notes would work as an octave in the bass. So it's a good exercise just to jump around. Now on Banks I Stand, that's all the chord C. So I'm going to jump around between C, E, and G because any of those would work in the bass clef as an octave. I would not just sit on it. Remember, when you have a chord like this and you're playing it for 3 beats, you have 3 beats to do something. So don't just sit on it. Do a run. Oops, I forgot the B flat. You definitely would benefit from a scales and arpeggio book, so go out to your local music store or online, you can order them. And what's great about those books is each page will show you, usually it'll have 2 pages per key signature, and you'll learn the scale for the key, and then you'll learn the primary chords in the key. So for the key of C, the primary chords are C, E, G, that's the 1 of the scale, F, A, C, which is the 4th note in the scale, and then G, B, D, which is built off the 5th note of the scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. When we're in the key of C, we have no sharps or flats. So right here between the treble clef and the time signature, we have that space there. That is the key signature. When you see that there is nothing there, there are no sharps or flats, you're in the key of C, unless it's a minor key, which that's another story. But for the most part, in the hymnal, you'll just have the key of C with no sharps or flats. In the key of C, we are going to look at the first note of the scale. A scale has all the notes in the key that you're going to play in. So in the key of C, They're all the white notes here. Now there's 8 of them. We're going to build a chord off the 1 of the scale. So here's the 1. This is the 1 chord. We're going to build a chord, and we're going to build a triad. A triad is 3 notes. So you're going to play C, E, and G. So C, E, G is our chord. That's a C chord. Those are all C chords. Okay? That's the 1 in the key of C. When you're trying to find the next chord, the next primary chord, you're going to look at the fourth note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's F, and you're going to build a triad off F. Okay, that's every other note, F, A, C. Okay, and we'll talk more about how to build a chord and how to build major chords and minor chords at a later time, but this is just a basic lesson here. So F, A, C, so that's an F chord. Then we're going to go to the 5th note in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're in the key of C, so C to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to build a triad. That's a G chord. So let's do all 3 chords. Let's do the C chord, which is the 1 chord. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. So with 3 primary chords in each key, you can play pretty much any song like Jesus Loves Me. You can play it in C, F, G. You can play it in any key as long as you know the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord of that key. And you'll find them through the scale. So for the C scale, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You'll look at the 1, which is C, and you'll build that chord. C, E, G. Then you'll look at the 4, F, A, C. Then you'll look at the 5, G, B, D. And then you have 3 chords, okay? Now some people just play with chords and they don't use music, but ideally you want to be able to do both. You want to be able to read the music and play chords by ear and be able to improvise that way. So I have a lot more that I want to share with you. Definitely stay tuned and come back for more. I have 3 other videos on the channel that I've already uploaded. Hope you have checked those out. Definitely come back, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, if you have any questions about the lesson today, just let me know and I'd be happy to share more. Take care, guys.